Well, welcome to Christ and Culture. This is Pastor Jeff Short, your Bible teacher and cultural commentator. And today we're going to be talking about something that affects everyone that uses the internet, and that is the Google searches. The Google search algorithm is biased, and it is manipulative, and it pushes a far left, secular, humanistic agenda. And that is proven time and time again, but not as dramatic as recently when I read an article that talks about when you search for pregnancy. If you were to type in pregnancy on Google, the top result is Planned Parenthood. So I thought, no, that's not right. Pregnancy, it's probably pops up all kinds of different organizations, crisis pregnancy centers, pregnancy information from physicians and doctors and hospitals, but not Planned Parenthood. That would be a travesty. That would just be a outright evil, satanic manipulation of the internet that would affect pretty much everyone that uses the internet, because almost everyone in one shape or form uses search engines, and Google is the number one search engine. So when you want to find something, find information, find it on the internet, you usually will use something like Google. But if this is actually happening, which I didn't believe, then it would be something you would characterize as outright evil. Because when you type in pregnancy, that is a human life growing in the womb of a woman. And Planned Parenthood is the number one abortion provider in the country. They are dedicated to eliminating that growing life in the womb. They are eliminating pregnancy. They are dedicated to killing that baby in the womb. And so to have that come up as the first result for pregnancy would be just satanically evil. Well, I went to my search bar on my web browser and said, I'm going to test this. So I typed in pregnancy and hit Google, and lo and behold, it was in fact true that if you type in pregnancy on Google search, you will get Planned Parenthood at the very top. Now, how can that happen? How in the world can that happen? Well, this article by the Daily Wire explains the details of this. Now, you can also go and search different other search web browsers. Like, for example, you can search for a search engine, you can go to DuckDuckGo and type in pregnancy at the top there and see what they get, and they will not give you Planned Parenthood right off the bat. It's further on down the page, like all the way down the page. So it is there somewhere, but it's not popping up first and foremost when you type in pregnancy. Or you can go to Bing, Microsoft Network's Bing, and it will not give you Planned Parenthood right away, but Google will give you Planned Parenthood right away. Number one entry. And that is not an accident. It is programmed, it is planned, it is designed to do that. And that's why people are saying, look, this is a manipulation of information. This is propaganda, brainwashing, mind control, whatever you want to call it. That's what we're facing today when we surf the web and when we look up information on the internet. We are finding that it's being manipulated more often than not. And it's very difficult to find actual search results for a topic that are not so biased and so heavily weighed toward the secular, the leftist, the socialist, the just atheistic view, materialistic view of the world. This worldview is now the dominant worldview in our nation and in the Western world, at least. And we get that in the search results that even you would think harmless as a search on the internet, no, you're being manipulated, you're being brainwashed even then. So let's read a little bit about this article and I'll comment on it. It says, when you search pregnancy on Google, the top result is for Planned Parenthood, the abortion provider. So the total opposite of pregnancy is a growing human life inside the mother's womb. 9 months later, that baby will be born, become someone active in the world. Google, instead of typing in all relevant information about pregnancy, will give you abortion provider Planned Parenthood to kill that baby. So the number one thought is, oh, if you're typing in pregnancy, you must want to kill your baby. This is evil. This is satanic, and this is wrong. And I'm glad that this writer actually found this out and called it out. The new study from Media Research Center finds that Google consistently favors pro-abortion sources over pro-life ones, reflecting that secular, humanistic, leftist bias that I was talking about. It's very clear. It's not even hidden, actually. It's hidden in the sense that you don't know you're being manipulated by the Google search bar. But it is right out there. They don't try to hide the results. They don't try to bury it further on down the page. They put it right up front. If you have a pregnancy, you need an abortion. And that's where they push people and subtly manipulate people that way. It says, Google search results consistently favor pro-abortion sources over pro-life ones, according to a new study that tested the search engine giant against its competitors. And I can verify you that this is indeed the case. In fact, why don't I just go ahead and I'll take you away from this article, and I will just type in, I'll go up to my web browser here. And I don't know if you can see my web browser here. Let me bring this down a little bit so you can see the web browser. And then I will type in pregnancy. Okay, so we just put in the word pregnancy, and it's right now it's DuckDuckGo. So let's see what we get with DuckDuckGo. Okay, so we get a pregnancy, Mayo Clinic. Okay, that makes sense. We get Mayo Clinic, and we get Healthline. These are all medical-related websites, and that makes a lot of sense, right? We get all kinds of Wikipedia pregnancy. That's the definition website, information website. CDC, that makes sense. You know, pregnancy is a medical condition, women's health, what to expect. And then further on down there, you get Planned Parenthood sticking its evil, satanic nose into the picture. So it's further on down with DuckDuckGo. Let's go back to the web browser and let's go down to Google. And I've got pregnancy in the space bar, and let's go to Google. And the very first entry is Planned Parenthood. Now, it does give a definition here. They've actually moved it down, because the first time I tried it, Planned Parenthood was very much at the very top. And so now it looks like they put a definition, and it's the second entry. So maybe they've modified it since this article came out, because the first time I tried it, it was at the very top. But there it is, Planned Parenthood. Before WebMD, before Wikipedia, before all kinds of information, American Pregnancy Association, Mayo Clinic, all before it's any of these legitimate hospitals and medical institutions, you have the evil satanic Planned Parenthood. They're going to worm their way into the minds of women. And, okay, let's try Bing just to see what Bing does. And Bing does the typical Mayo Clinic, Healthline, all kinds of medical, hospital, health-related things that you would expect. So Google is definitely pushing the Planned Parenthood agenda. No question about it. And maybe they have changed a little bit since this article has come out. They may have modified themselves slightly. I don't know. It looks like they have. But it's still really, really bad when women go to the internet to learn about their pregnancy and all they get is pro-abortion propaganda. It's pretty bad when that is the case. Okay, so now we're going to read this article. It talks about a new report by researchers at the Media Research Center's Free Speech America says that a pro-abortion bias exists across Google's search engine. That is true. We've seen that. Its AI chat box board, Google Ads, and company policies. Researchers at the MRC compared Google results to those of Bing and DuckDuckGo, saying that the results from Google tilted in favor of pro-abortion perspective. We've just seen that. And in fact, the first time I read this article, as I said before, I typed in pregnancy, and the very first, up at the top, very clearly, the priority is Planned Parenthood. The abortion industry wants to kill babies. It looks like, possibly, because of this article, they have put a definition of pregnancy ahead of it, and even one other health-related institution ahead of Planned Parenthood. But it's second. It's second, which is terrible, awful, still awful. During one test, researchers searched for the word pregnancy on all three search engines the day before the 5th annual March for Life. According to researchers, Bing and DuckDuckGo had more neutral results, and that's true. That's what I saw. While on Google, the top link produced was a page on Planned Parenthood, the country's leading advocate for abortion. That is a fact. I saw it with my own eyes. This last test that I showed you, they have put a couple other entries ahead of that, but for the longest time, they were putting Planned Parenthood first, and they may go back to that after the furor of this discovery dies down. This search result was also confirmed on Friday by Daily Wire. On both Bing and DuckDuckGo, the top search results for pregnancy was a link to the Mayo Clinic, as we saw. So you get Planned Parenthood. This is what I saw the other day. Planned Parenthood number one. The very first result was Planned Parenthood. A spokesman for Google told Daily Wire that claims of bias were without merit. So they're going to try to deny this. That's not true. That's not true. There's no validity to these allegations of bias. We don't manipulate search results. That is a lie. Modify our products or enforce our policies in any way to promote or disadvantage any particular ideology or viewpoint. For the search queries that were studied, Google shows a range of sources and perspectives contrary to the misleading suggestion of the report, a spokesman said. Yeah, but what about the terrible juxtaposition of the word pregnancy, and the very, very first result is Planned Parenthood, the abortion, the biggest killer of babies provider in this country. So you have a baby in the womb and Planned Parenthood kills that baby. And they refer women to different Planned Parenthood centers to have that baby killed, or they refer to doctors who can kill that baby. They're all about the death of the pregnancy and not the life of the pregnancy. And that's number one search result? No, that is not normal. That is not natural. That was manipulated. That was arranged. That was designed. That is not a normal thing that should pop up. That would be like if you type in the search life, the first thing that comes up is a funeral home, right? That would be wrong. We would all see that. Wait a minute, there's something wrong with that search result, or that search engine has a problem. If you type in life and it steers the first entry to a funeral home, because funeral homes deal with death, not life. A spokesman for Google told the Daily Wire that claims of bias were without merit. Researchers also said that pro-life information on how many women regret having abortions was relegated to the bottom of the page when looking for answers from Google on that topic. So they're manipulating. If you want to find out about regret having abortion, they bury that. When MRC researchers searched Google for the term study women did not regret having baby, October 20th, Google buried the pro-life results at the bottom of the page as the 25th and 27th results, the study written by Gabriella Pariseau. Information was at the top of the page, according to the study, directed searchers to click on an article from University of San Francisco that was a flawed analysis of the pro-abortion turnaway study that said most women who had abortions said it was the right decision. So they're definitely steering people in the pro-abortion, pro-death, baby-killing direction. No question about it. And this, and if you remember up here, they talked about it also covers the AI chat box. So you've got the Google search results, and then you have the AI chat box, which is really scary because then you're going to a chat box bot that, with this new AI technology, you can type in your question and the chat bot, artificial intelligent AI, will write an article for you. And they will, of course, bake in their biases. They will bake in their prejudices. You know, if you type in, should I get an abortion? It will be a pro-positive about abortion. The article made no mention at all of the 96% of women who did not regret having their baby. Made no mention at all of the 96% of women who did not regret having their baby. Right. For the women who had the baby, that went ahead and had the baby, 96% said that was the right choice. But they won't report that. Google disputed the search results cited in the report, saying that their results were similar to other search engines. And we've just seen, no, it isn't. Because they put the baby-killing, pro-abortion Planned Parenthood right at the top. And it looks like they've manipulated that algorithm a little bit after this article to put it like number 2. But before that article, before all of this attention, it was number 1. There's something wrong there. Google disputed the search results cited in the report. In another test, MRC researchers asked Bard, Google's artificial intelligence tool, again, this is even more dangerous, about the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. According to the report, Barr did not detail the pro-life argument that abortion ends the life of an unborn child. See again. So a lot of school kids, whether we like it or not, are going to go to this AI chat bot, and they're going to type in Roe v. Wade. Give me all the information about Roe v. Wade. And this chatbot AI is going to give them a pro-abortion perspective on it. Google is in lockstep with the leftist allies and the legacy media, MRC President Brent Bozell said in a statement. Google's algorithm continues to elevate research favorable to the pro-aborts while suppressing good news for the pro-life movement. So you're going to get a negative idea about the pro-life movement from Google and its related search engines. And you're going to get a positive attitude toward Planned Parenthood and abortion from Google and its related search engines. So you're going to get a manipulated, propagandistic brainwash on this whole subject by Google, pushing a political, ideological agenda. And you're going to get that without even knowing you're getting it, because you're thinking you're going to type in that search bar, okay, I'm going to look up a subject. But those results that pop up are highly manipulated algorithms. And even though Google denies that, we know it's a fact. I mean, you can't argue with the results. You just type in pregnancy in your search bar, and all of a sudden, Planned Parenthood pops up, an abortion industry. The study also pointed to Google's previous decision to ban abortion pill reversal ads from pro-life organization Live Action and conservative news organization LifeSite News. So Google made the decision to ban abortion pill reversal ads. So what that is there are more and more women now, unfortunately, choosing to have chemical abortions. And this means they go to the doctor, they're given pills. They don't even have to go to the doctor. They can order these pills through the mail, and they pick them up at their mailbox, and then they go into the privacy of their home, into the bathroom, and take these pills. And the result is they can actually have an abortion and flush the baby down the toilet. Obviously, we're talking about early term abortions, and we're talking about, it's still a terrible, awful thing that women by themselves can kill their baby. And so the thing is, you have to take a series of pills to do this. Really sad. I have a video that I showed a woman giving a testimony about her chemical abortion. And it's really sad, it's really tragic, and it's also gruesome, because she said that at one stage she actually could see her little baby before it was flushed down the toilet. And that is a horror film. But so there are pills that can reverse the effect of the first pill that you have to take. The first pill that is basically killing the baby in the womb. And then there's another pill for inducing contractions that would expel the baby. And once the pill to kill the baby is taken, there are some other pills that can be taken to neutralize that first pill. So if you have regrets, so if a woman is going to kill her baby and she's ordered these pills and she takes the first one and she says, no, I don't want to do that. That's wrong. That's murder. That's against the 10 Commandments and so forth. There's another pill she can quickly run and grab and take that will reverse that, hopefully. And Google has banned those ads. They don't want women reversing their abortion. They don't want anything that would stop the abortion from going forward, because they are part of the culture of death. They're part of this secular, humanistic, leftist, socialist godless direction. We do not permit ads with unproven medical claims, and medical experts have raised serious concerns about abortion pill reversal. Oh, experts. Experts. Those are the same experts that said that the so-called COVID treatment safe and effective. Remember that? And now the experts are changing their tune and saying, okay, well, there are some problems. There are some complications. And there's all kinds of research now. So this is not true. Beyond protecting users from medical harm, our ads policies do not distinguish between promoting pro-choice and pro-life messages. That is a lie. That is an outright lie. Live Action is currently running ads on our platform, and they continue to be eligible to promote their perspectives and services as long as the ads do not violate our policies, which is a pro-abortion policy, pushing abortion and doing everything you can to get people to promote abortion. Internal policies at the company also indicate the company's pro-abortion stance. In the wake of overturning Roe v. Wade, Google's executives announced that the company would cover out-of-state abortions and allow employees to apply for relocation without justification. So they're going to pay for their employees to have abortions out of state if they're in states that ban abortions. That's pro-abortion. Employees for Google also have a history of donating to Democrat candidates and Planned Parenthood, raising nearly $800,000 for the abortion provider back in 2016. So clearly they are pro-abortion, pro-baby killing. They have no problem with babies dying. And they do have a problem with people trying to point out that babies are dying and trying to stop babies from dying. They have a problem with that. So clearly, despite what all of their PR nonsense says, they say, well, we do not distinguish between promoting pro-choice and pro-life messages. That's false. That is a lie. It's outright lie. Public Relations Department is lying. Whether it's censoring key Senate races, pro-free speech platforms, COVID-19 wrong speak, former President of the United States, Donald Trump, Google's leftist bent is clear, said MRC Free Speech America Director Michael Morris. So it should come as little surprise that Google's pro-abortion agenda is trumpeted loud and clear also. By their fruit you shall know them. In Google's case, the fruit is obvious, evil. That is it, exactly 100%. And they were caught red-handed by this watchdog organization. They were caught promoting abortion when women, vulnerable women, women who are looking for information about their pregnancy, and lo and behold, what did they find? They found that Google was manipulating the results. That is evil. So be careful when you're searching on Google or the internet. Be careful about the results you get. You may not know it, but you're being manipulated by one of the world's biggest corporations. They're trying to control your mind. Don't let that happen. Well, we'll talk to you back next week on another program of Christ and Culture. God bless.